All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Howard Chakodash, double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you ought to be. There's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame but looking like heathens, who bear by witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua. Okay. Uh, I got a quick lesson. Any other preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And uh, I was making a point before where, uh, a woman has to reference her husband and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to have a lot of women who going to think it's like, nah, I don't have to do that. Well, yes, you do. You do got to do that. You see, you do got to do that, you know. And, uh, 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 because out of that and stuff, you'll be disobedient to the Lord. You see. So matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this. This is this First Samuel 15 and 23. It says well, 22. It says, and Samuel said, "How the Lord Yahweh has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Is it behold to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams." Right? It says to obey is better than sacrifice. Back then and stuff, if you committed a sin and whatnot and stuff, or committed a wrongdoing and whatnot, what would you do? You'll kill either you will slaughter either a sheep, you know what I'm saying, or a bullock, you know what I'm saying, or a turtle dove, which is pretty much a pigeon, you know what I'm saying, and you will slaughter them, you know what I'm saying, just so to make a peace offering between you and Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, right, because that was the mediation. That was the mediation back then before Yahweh Shah died on the cross for us, right? And it says, behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams, because if you was being obedient, there would be no reason for you to make a peace offering. You see, no reason for you to slaughter an animal and stuff unless it was a high holy day, you know what I'm saying, where those requirements was there. You see, but other than that, you wouldn't have to do that, right? Verse 23, it says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he hath also rejected thee from being a king. And that's going into King Saul, saying, the Lord had rejected him and whatnot because he had the spirit of envy upon him, jealousy. And then on top of that, he sought to kill King David, his other brother, you know what I'm saying, before he became king. He done all these things and stuff, and you know he was supposed to kill Agagite, right? Agagite, you know what I'm saying? His name was Agag, and he was an Edomite from the tribe of Amalek and stuff, and the Lord wanted him dead, and Saul saved him alive and the animals. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? So to obey is better than sacrifice, because what was King Saul trying to do? He was like, "Hey, look, Samuel, can you talk to the Lord for me, woo to woo? Can we be at peace?" He was trying to make sacrifices and whatnot and stuff so he can have peace offerings. And the Lord's like, "Nah, it would have been better if you would have obeyed me instead of just going against and doing whatever." You know what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna grab this. This is yeah, yeah, because you fear the people, as you see in the 24th verse. Now, the point that I want to make is this. Um, it says rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, right? So now I'm gonna get this. This is Second Timothy's. It's no, First Timothy's 2, and I'm start at 7. It says, whereunto I am ordained a preacher and an apostle. I speak the truth in Hamashiach Yahushua and lie not. It says a teacher of the Gentiles in faith and in verity. Now the Gentiles wasn't talking about heathens. You know what I'm saying? The only thing the heathens are going to be taught is that they got slavery coming their way, that they're going to have to uh, not confess and stuff, but have to deal, when it come down to all their crimes that they have done and stuff onto the nation of Israel for touching the Lord's eye. You know what I'm saying? That you got judgment coming their way. But these Gentiles were Israelite foreigners, Israelites who didn't know who they were, or Israelites who did know who they were, but yet following the customs of the heathen. You see, right? You got Helen and Hellenistus, right? And it says, verse 8, it says, I would therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. You know what I'm saying? So them one piece suits you ain't supposed to be wearing. You know what I'm saying? Coochie cutters with half your ass cheek and holes in the butt cheek area, you ain't supposed to be showing. You see, them crop tops or those tops that show your cleavage and whatnot and stuff. You don't have to show no nipples or nothing. You guess what? You ain't supposed to. It ain't supposed to show. I shouldn't be able to see no parts of your titties. You see, right? It says, no wearing pants either. You know what I'm saying? Now we know, you got pants for females and whatnot and stuff. We get that. We get that, right? But the thing is that, really a woman is not supposed to wear pants. And I'm gonna grab that for you. You know what I'm saying? Since everybody prove all things, right? Everybody gonna call somebody a liar until you prove it. All right, so here we go. This is Deuteronomy 22:5. It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. And what is that? Pants. You know what I'm saying? Now it's cold as hell in certain areas and stuff. Of course, you wouldn't be going out there with bare leg and a big ass dress on and stuff. You got stockings, you got leggings and whatnot and stuff, right? But that's supposed to be used for underwear and stuff, because what pants do is that they show your figure. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That can be enticing to another man that like your frame. You see, you know, because most men and stuff have similar likes. You know what I'm saying? What if you slim, thick, you know what I'm saying? You got the onion booty, bubble butt, apple bottom, however it is. You know what I'm saying? If it, like the shit, I ran into a man who said that he like big girls, he liked the BBWs because they breast was large. You see? Well, what if he get him a BBW girlfriend and she wearing whatever she wearing and stuff, and some other dude like BB Dubs, if she was covered up, he'll be like, well, that's just his girl because he can't see anything that would entice him. What if there's something? What if there's something and stuff that would cause him to be enticed? If there's something that would cause him to be enticed and whatnot and stuff, and he looking, then guess what? He probably already thinking about within his head that guess what? I had sex with that and stuff. If that was my girl, I already committed adultery because the enticement is there. You see? So it says Deuteronomy 22:5. It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. It says, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? A lot of you transgenders, and you want to further show on and stuff that you want to be transgender and stuff. You want to look like a girl, dress like a girl and whatnot. Or you want to dress like a boy and look like a boy and whatnot. You going off. You see? And it says, for all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh thy power. And abomination is this, is the word the Iba. And we going to say thou Iba. You know what I'm saying? Right? We going to choose that one. You know what I'm saying? Meaning currently it says properly something disgusting morally. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's a detachment for you to want to be the opposite sex, you know what I'm saying, or opposite of what you actually are. You know what I'm saying? You even got the ones that call themselves non-genders. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? The Lord ain't create no non-gender. You ain't a plant. You know what I'm saying? You can't be asexual. You see, the Lord already chose what you was going to be, and if you detest that, He detests you, right? So this is going back First Timothy 2 and in verse 9 it says in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. That's wearing, you know, the drapes, like they like to call it and stuff. You see, like the Arabian women or East Indian women and stuff. You know, they had the hoods on and they'll be covered, or even if you like how the black women do it and stuff, they have a scarf and they're bow it out where it look like a rose or something and stuff sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman's supposed to have a head covered, but then when it come down to uh, when it come down to you're supposed to have it where, or a sundress and stuff, not them pencil skirts, not them pencil dresses and whatnot and stuff, right? Where they hugging your legs and your body and shit, where it look like you can't run in that motherfucker. No, not in that. You know what I'm saying? Now look, for you women out there, it's like, why I can't dress like that? Well, you can dress like that, but that got to be for your man. And your man is not supposed to have you going out dressed like that and stuff, because if he's a man of the Lord or he's seeking to be one, then guess what? He shouldn't be enticing other men because he know that men are going to be enticed. You know what I'm saying? All you guys out there and stuff who be on some, well, I know, well, man, they can look, but I'm the only one who fucking and whatnot. Well, guess what? You suffering sin upon thy brother. You're not supposed to do that. You see? You'll get blamed for that. You see? You know, cause an enticement upon another. Especially in that way and stuff, that because the scripture says if you think about committing adultery, if you think about it and stuff, you commit adultery already. And what is adultery? What it tells you that you die for adultery. You die for it. You see, even though there's other sins and whatnot, the thing is that you know it tells you that you should be put to death. It tells you that you're supposed to be put to death if you've done such things. You see, right? So this is Second Timothy's 2:9 again. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness. You know what I'm saying? In sobriety. Now, when it come down to shamefacedness, I'm gonna use this example. You know what I'm saying? Right? I'm innocent as soon as the image pops up in your head and stuff, right? Because everybody is getting set up who's trying to be who live uprightness in uprightness, right? It's like this. When say if uh say if a woman and stuff, say she get hit in the face and she wearing glasses because she got a black eye or whatnot and stuff, and it look real gruesome, you know what I'm saying, right? What tends to happen, she puts on those shades that you used to be able to get from Family Dollar, you know what I'm saying, them big ass black shades with the green or the blue or the orange on the sides, you know what I'm saying, where you put your ears on, right? What they'll do, they'll be trying to make sure that nobody fucking sees the injury because it's embarrassing, right? Right? Well, that's a symbol of because they're ashamed. You know what I'm saying? So shamefacedness. What are you doing? You're not looking. You're not looking at no other nigga when you with your girl. When if you a man, you got a girlfriend. Your girl should not be looking at no other nigga while she with you. And we see it. I see it on the Edomite women and stuff. They be walking with their guys. They be walking with their guys and stuff, and what happened and stuff. They'll face their guys and stuff and act like they looking, but whole time they looking in the peripheral to see if you looking at them, because women are attention whores. You see, attention hoes. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say that. They're hoes for attention. You see, that's why it's like, oh, I want to be comfortable and stuff. You damn near go commando in a sundress, and you don't get more comfortable than that. You know what I'm saying? But they want to be seen by other men. They want to be praised. They look for appraisal. You see, by other men. If they don't get that confident, if they don't get that, if they don't get that from other men or that attention from other men and stuff, guess what? They don't really feel as cute as they are. They don't feel attractive. If another man is not gawking at them instead of their own husband, you see, or boyfriend, or soon to be, right? And that word sobriety, that word sobriety, it says soundness of mind. That is literally sanity, self-control. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of these women don't have, right? So this is verse. It says not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. You know what I'm saying? It says, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Women shouldn't be saying anything when it comes down to the church. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures do say, be swift to hear, uh, 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 be swift to hear and not to speak. You know what I'm saying? And most women, once they hear something that they don't like, guess what? They're going to start flapping their chaps, you see, right? And it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man. It doesn't say your husband. It doesn't say your boyfriend. It doesn't say your brother. It doesn't say your father. It doesn't say your son. It doesn't say your nephew. It doesn't say your male cousin, your friend. It says a man. You see, it says a man. I suffer not a woman. It says I suffer. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach. Right. So it ain't supposed to be no female pastors. And this is one of the scriptures that women run from, especially if they're a pastor, because them as a pastor, they know they get some money. The only teaching that women's supposed to be doing is teaching young women how to be submissive and obedient to their husbands. But it's flipped out and it's different. It's contrary to how it is now. You see, you know, women are trying to teach women and stuff to be the boss when they're not the bosses. They're the subjects. They're the ones who's underneath subjection, underneath the man. But it's not teached here. It's not teached here. You see, because things are turned upside down, as it says in Psalms 82 and 5. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord created a new thing, which is a further punishment. You know what I'm saying? That affects both the man and the woman. You know what I'm saying? It's Jeremiah 31 and 22. But remember, I'm going to actually get it. Remember, the Lord said that he changed not. That's how you know that's an affliction. You know what I'm saying? So when it come down to the order, the man is still on top. And guess what? A man could be poor. A man could be poor. It could be a homeless man out here. You could be the richest woman on earth. Guess what? That man's still higher than you. You see? That man is still higher than you. You see? You could be the breadwinner in the relationship and stuff. He can have a 9 to 5. You could be making 6 figures as a woman and stuff. But guess what? That man is still higher than you. The Lord don't judge like you women judge and stuff off materialistic things and whatnot. He judged off the order that he said. He made the man first, and the man is always going to be first. You're never going to get the chance to be above the man ever. You know what I'm saying? In the Lord's eyes, I'm going to say that. Because other than that and stuff, that is a sinful deed. You know what I'm saying? To usurp authority over a man. So all you females out there, I'm gonna trap this man. I'm gonna trap this nigga. I'm gonna put this man in a trap and whatnot. In order to trap somebody and stuff, you gotta immobilize you gotta immobilize the power that they have and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And once you immobilize the power that this individual have and stuff, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that you're going to if you immobilize that man and stuff within his power. If you immobilize that man and stuff when it come down to his power and whatnot and stuff, right? Then if you immobilize that man when it come down to his power and stuff, then guess what? You are using the authority over him. You know what I'm saying? Because actually, let's get the word authority. This is the word authority. The word authority, it says obsolete, a worker. It says to act of oneself that is physically dominant. You see, you know. So guess what? A woman's not supposed to be in a dominant position when it comes down to her husband or her man. You see, you know, it says authority over. That means to have power over. You know what I'm saying? You see, so a woman's not supposed to do that when it comes down to her husband or her man, right? And for all the females who can't get down with this, guess what? That's a stumbling block that could fuck you up when it comes down to your salvation. I don't care how you feel. This is what the scriptures say. You see, right? So it says, it says, so it says, once again, verse 12, it says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to use of authority over the man, but to be in silence." So shut the fuck up. A lot of you all talk too damn much. You see, scriptures talk about a woman that gathers abroad and whatnot and stuff. And you women, y'all can drink and whatnot, but y'all ain't supposed to be drinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I don't care if you could hold your liquor and whatnot. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter and stuff if you could hold your liquor. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to drink that much. You know what I'm saying? A man can get drunk. You know what I'm saying? But he still gotta, pay attention to modesty and stuff because drinking all the time like that and stuff, it actually affects your lungs. It actually affects your lungs. It affects it affects your lungs. You know, you still get brain cells taken away and stuff, right? And there's other things that it does too and stuff if it's being excessive. That's why the Lord says do it in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Right? But and women are given to their pleasures and whatnot and stuff. And if they have a man is trying to hold them off or try to watch off over them and stuff, be like, hold it down or be in moderation and whatnot and stuff, they will get mad. They will get mad and stuff, be like, who the fuck is you and stuff, and they're trying to either sneak and still fulfill their pleasures, right? So this is right. So that's the point right there. This is First Peter's It's First Peter chapter 3 verse 1. It says, "Likewise, you wives be in subjection to your own husbands." Now, before, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you would still not have authority over a man. That's the end all be all and stuff, right? But when it comes down to you having your husband and stuff, you supposed to be subjectional to him. You know what I'm saying, right? Underneath his authority, underneath his power, his supremacy. You see, right? And the thing is that you'll have women uh, uh, they'll especially if they're adulterous women and whatnot, they want to do dicks. What they'll do is that they'll be like, well, the scriptures do say that I need to be subject to my own husband and whatnot, and they try to be wicked with it and whatnot and stuff. And it's like, but I had sex with multiple guys and stuff. So, she'll use that and stuff to try to be like, I'm sick and tired of my current husband and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, if sex is, if sex, if sex is what makes the marriage solidified and whatnot, then I got a bunch of husbands that I can go to and stuff. It's like, nah, it's with the current one. It's with the current one. And when it comes down to Deuteronomy, the 24th chapter and stuff, it's up to your man if he want to cut you off and no longer deal with your ass. When it comes down to divorcement and stuff, the man has power, not the woman. Another way, another way you can tell that this place is wicked and evil and stuff, you know what I'm saying, because of the privileges that women are allowed to have over men and stuff, which is not found in the Bible. But in the back of the dollar bill, it says, "In God we trust." I don't think they trust them at all because they keep doing shit that's contrary to them. You see, right? And and then it's up to the man if you want her back after she got slid in by somebody else. It's up to you if you want her back. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, if you don't want her back and stuff and you give her the bill of divorcement, you can't fuck with her no more. You know, if you want to put on a break, put on a timeout and stuff so she could feel how wrong she's been and whatnot and stuff, and for her not to do that again, of course. Of course you could do that. Of course you can do that and stuff, right? Uh, of course you can do that and stuff. But when it comes down to when it come down to breaking up with her and stuff and expecting to get back with her and stuff, you ain't supposed to be doing that. That's according to the law in Deuteronomy 24th chapter. Now, we're not justified by the law, we're justified by faith. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm just saying for a heads up, if you're gonna be breaking up with her and stuff, make sure that's a official thought where you're not just doing it out of emotion. It's like, you know, this is beneficial for me. You see, you know, because she could have money, but she could be a pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Know what you put your dick in. You see, beforehand. It says, First Peter 3:1. It says, likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of their wives. And this going into uh, where the woman believes, the Israelite woman, she believes and stuff, but the husband doesn't believe. Right, and it says the same thing. First Corinthians the 7th chapter. Right, and that word conversation is not you talking to him like she gonna be teaching him and stuff. It's gonna be your behavior. You know, you're a quiet woman. The scriptures talk about in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiastes and Apocrypha. It says that a quiet woman is a gift. So a woman that's loud and clamorous and stuff, that you know, that ain't something, you know, in the eyes of the Lord and stuff for it to be, you know, highly wanted. Let's say that, right? Right? And just to prove it, this is the word conversation is anostrophe and it means behavior. You know what I'm saying, right? Verse 2, it says, while and actually, hold on. All right, as you can see, this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha chapter 26 and 14. It says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. So there you go. If you got a woman that's loud, can't shut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying, you know, then that means that that's considered as problematic. You know what I'm saying, right? She always got something to say. She back talking, always got to get the last word and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, now she could still be a gift, but it would be like a defect or it'd be a problem and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you would have to deal with. But if she's a quiet and loving woman and whatnot and stuff, you know, that's better, you see. And women that's usually like this and stuff, they know they places, and that's them old grandmamas, you know what I'm saying, you know, or them great grandmas and whatnot and stuff. They be knowing they place. So when they, you know, there might be some arguments here and there and stuff. We all in the flesh. It's always gonna be a disagreement somewhere. But those great grandmamas and whatnot, you know, who knew their places and whatnot, they're not around like that anymore. Or if they getting taught, or if they teaching, you know what I'm saying, you know, some way, somehow, out of peer pressure or being alone and whatnot and stuff, what will happen? A female is gonna have that Western way. A female is gonna have that Western way and stuff. A female is gonna have that Western way and stuff, you know, peered in her. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she might end up liking it, or if the Lord really put the spirit upon her and stuff, guess what? She's gonna stay in that old fashioned ways. And guess what? She'll be more blessed than a female that's westernized. I'm gonna tell you that. You see, right? It says, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed, right? So I just want to prove that, right? So this is First Peter chapter 3, verse 2. It says, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, you see, you know what I'm saying? You know, coupled with fear. And this is referring to the woman. The woman is supposed to fear. She's supposed to reverence her husband. And reverence going to fear and respect, which if you don't got the money, women ain't doing it. You see? See, remember the earth is out of course and whatnot and stuff. back in the ancient days, women respected men. Women don't respect men no more. That's why a lot of the women from the third world countries, what do? They bring their ass over here to America and stuff so they can be hoes, thoughts, and get their false independence over here and stuff. When you still dependent on a man, because guess what? Women don't run the world. Men do. Men run the world. You see, men run the world. You know, your so-called independence that you think you have, guess what? That's given from a man. Esau, Edom. This is his kingdom. Remember, it's called a kingdom, not a queendom. You see, there's no such thing as a queendom. It ain't no land full of bitches. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no Wonder Woman land or Xena. I think it's called. Yeah, Xena is no such thing, man. You know. Now you had Esther. She was called a queen, but that was a heathen king. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the Lord, you are considered as a princess if you're an Israelite woman, no matter how you look. You see, you know, you are a concubine if you're a woman of another nation and stuff, whose spirit don't bear witness, whose spirit bear witness that you are not the child of the Lord. You see. So it says, verse 3, it says, who's adorned, let it not be that outward adorn, plaiting the hair and the wearing of gold or putting on apparel. It says, but let it be the hidden man of the heart. You know what I'm saying? So let you be adorned and stuff by how you are. You know what I'm saying? Not how thick you look, how pretty you look, how long your hair is, or the costly array and the clothing and stuff, and the gold and the jewelry and whatnot, or what they call them, chantel, whatever the fuck them glasses called. You know what I'm saying? The name brand, like it says in James the second chapter and stuff. It talks about the gay apparel. That's not talking about a man putting on ashless chaps. That's not talking about a man putting on ashless chaps and stuff. What that's talking about, you know what I'm saying, is having expensive clothing on. You see? So let the adoring don't be of the clothing. Let the adoring be how your spirit is. You know what I'm saying? You see? All right. And it says, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, meaning your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because look, a girl, she could look fine as hell and whatnot, but you know what make her ugly? How she behave herself, how her spirit is. If she a bitch, you know what I'm saying, then guess what? It's gonna be like, it's like, yeah, she look good and whatnot. That's at first, but now after seeing how she really is and whatnot, she kind of ugly to me. She kind of ugly. And when you say ugly, you don't mean ugly in her spirit. You know what I'm saying? Even that's really the case. You say ugly in her looks because having a bad spirit makes you ugly. You know what I'm saying? Now, not all of us and stuff is gonna come with the most best of all faces and whatnot and stuff, right? But the thing is that there's some women out here that's ugly as hell, even though they got a pretty face, and it makes them ugly. It's like she look good, but she ugly at the same time and stuff. You see, right? And it says, "In the which is not corruptible." You see, right? So it's talking about your behavior, how you are, your spirit. It says, "Even the ornament of meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yashai of great price." Right? A lot of women ain't like this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women are also disrespectful to other men. You ain't supposed to be like this as a woman, because if you are, you'll get destroyed. This is a commandment right here, you see? And it says, verse 5, it said, "For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husband." So you're supposed to respect your husband. If you can't respect your husband, if you don't reverence your husband and stuff, you're going off. You're sinning. The Lord can kill you for this. You see? It says, "For after this manner in old time, the holy women also," right? It said holy women, right? It said holy women, holy women. You see, holy women. That's what you claim to be. You claim to be holy, right? It says, who trusted in the Most High, adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husband. So let's look at the word subjection, right? It says to subordinate, to obey, be under obedience, obedient, put under, subdue, onto, be make subject, right? Meaning he's the boss. Not the boss when you feel like it, he's always the boss. And it says in subjection to, under, submit self onto. You see, put under subjection, submit. That's what it means to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? You know, what he say goes. Now I'm gonna say this: if there's for you women and stuff who believe, or you got an unbelieving husband, if he trying to get you to smoke, you have the right to tell him no, because that's defilement of your body. You know what I'm saying? And what the scripture says, we rather obey God rather than man. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right. So we rather obey God rather than men. So is that uh, 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 the thing is that you know, if your man is trying to, if your man is like, here baby, eat these ham hocks and whatnot and stuff, but because he don't believe, but you don't, you have the right to tell him no, because that's you and the Lord, you see. You know, but if he's like, you know, baby, do this, do that and stuff, and it's lawful, and it's an expedient thing, or it's something that he wants you to do and whatnot and stuff, then yes, you do that. You do that. You don't tell him no, you do that, because he is your Lord. And it's going to go into that verse 6, right? Because a lot of women, they want to say the daughters of Sarah, a lot of women and stuff, they try to bring up Deborah, how she was able to teach. That was just during that time. But at the same time, this is also what Deborah was saying. She was saying that a man should have a damsel or two. So if you want to sit up here, oh, I come in the spirit of Deborah and whatnot, you need to be out there looking for if you know your man likes a fat ass and big titties and voluptuous lips, you know what I'm saying, both up top and bottom. Well, guess what? You need to be finding him a man, since you in the spirit of the boy. I mean, it's like slipping in tongue, but not in heart, right? As it says in Sirach. You need to be finding your husband another girl, you know what I'm saying, towards his liking, because that's the spirit the boy was talking about. See, you women want to pick and choose. Guess what? You pick and choose, and then cherry picking and stuff can get you destroyed. You see? Remember, the scripture says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling and whatnot. You got to work out your own too. And I'm telling you how you should do it. And it's easy. It's easy. It's easy work. It's easy work. A lot of you women and stuff, Luke, hey, you get turned on when your man tell you what to do. You see? We seen older women, younger women, middle-aged women, or women in the middle and whatnot, however old that they are, they say that they like that shit. It's been what they call it, uh, 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 damn, what's that stuff called? Uh, uh, Surveys. You know, you go on, you watch Family Feud and stuff. It's like we ask a certain amount of men and women and stuff, and then they'll go into the thing that's usually asked and stuff. There's a lot of women who like to get told what to do. It turns them on. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Right? Or what they call men taking charge. That turns females on. And the thing is that a lot of women need to relearn that. You know what I'm saying? You know? So here we go. This is First Peter 3:6. It says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, right? Calling him Lord, right? She called him Lord. This is in the New Testament. But guess what? I'm approving in the Old Testament too, right? It's the word kurios, which means supremacy, supreme in authority, that is. Then the scripture says that I suffer not a woman to teach nor to use of authority over a man, right? Isn't Abraham a man? You know what I'm saying? You know, isn't Abraham a man? Right? It says as now controller, Mr. You know what I'm saying? Even in even when it comes down to this world, Mr. and Mrs. and whatnot, in order for Mrs. to be there and stuff, it's a Mr. before the Mrs. You know, showing that she's of that man. You see, because remember, the man, the scripture says, when a man get himself a wife, he get himself a possession. he get himself a possession. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't say it vice versa. Nowhere in the scriptures. It doesn't say that when a woman get her a husband, she get her a possession. It says no, it says when a man get himself a possession, get him a wife, he get himself a possession. So you're owned by men. You're owned by men. And the word woman means slave, but it don't mean we gonna tie balls, 100-pound chains and stuff, and you gonna be in rags and we gonna send you out there and stuff to work in the field. No, when the kingdom comes and stuff, you gonna be chilling with us. You gonna be chilling with us. You know, the dainties of the world, you gonna be flashed out, golded out, hair long, the curses off you and whatnot and stuff. No, you ain't finna do that, nor you not concubines, because we fucking those women. You see? But everybody who ain't part of the elect, who not Israel, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? They gonna be out there in the field and they gonna be working their nips off. You know what I'm saying? Right? But anyways, it says as a respectful title, it says God, Lord, Master, Sir. Right? So I want to grab this. I want to grab this. Right? This is First Corinthians 11:3. Right? So this is the order of things, right? Order and authority, right? Because remember, we're all gods, as it says in Psalms 82:6. You know what I'm saying, right? We all are gods. Yes, we are, right? This is First Corinthians 11:3, but there's ranking in that. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You know what I'm saying? The head. You know what I'm saying? You know, yes, even though King David is our king and stuff, but who's above that? Yahweh Shai, right? And it says, and the head of the woman is the man. You know what I'm saying? The woman is the tail, the man is the head, you see, right? And it says in the head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh, and that's why one of his titles is called the Most High. You see? That's why his title is called the Most High and stuff, because he's above everything, because he created everything. That's what all credit of everything that happened in Genesis, the first chapter, it goes to him. In Genesis, the second chapter, the fourth verse, because he created them. You see? He created all of this, especially for people that sit up here and say that there's no God and whatnot and stuff. I got two things. When you was born, shit was already here, and who made it that process and stuff, that somebody would have to have sex and stuff just to bring your ass into this world. You really think motherfuckers was over here cracking rocks and making a stone? Hell no, bro. The Lord already gave us wisdom, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. You see, it was prophets during that time. So we already knew about how to make this and how to do this and whatnot and stuff, because the Lord that gave us the wisdom, right? So I'm gonna go back. So once again, as you see, it says 1 Corinthians 11:3. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. It says, and the head of Yahweh Shai is Yahweh, right? So this is let me go to this. This is verse 8. Remember in Genesis, the second chapter, the Lord had said that I created a helpmate unto you. You know what I'm saying? What was that? A woman, right? This is 1 Corinthians 11:8. It said verse 9. Well, I'm gonna read 8. I'm gonna read 8. It said, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man, because the man, his sperm cells and stuff indicate male or female. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, indicates male and female, you know. The woman, she just has the egg. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then for everybody that want to go into science and whatnot, the man has the XY chromosome and the woman has the XX chromosome. So when male and female comes, that comes from the man. You know what I'm saying, right? And then on top of that and stuff, the sperm cells, the thing that has the tail and it's alive and it's swimming in a man's testicles, right? You know what I'm saying? The eggs just sit there, you know. And when you have your periods and whatnot, them eggs get flushed out. But guess what? Them kids are still there. And for all you women out there, you know, we hold the children and stuff for 9 or 10 months. We've been holding it ever since 12, motherfucker. We've been holding kids for our lives and our entire lives. You know what I'm saying? You know? But besides that and stuff, you know, this also proves that the man is the prize and not the woman as it's being seen or displayed and stuff within this current era. You see, it said, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." And when it come down to that science and stuff, right? When it come down to the science and whatnot, when it come down to the sperm cell eats the protein that's within the egg. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's the sperm cell that become the baby, not the egg. That's why a woman needs to eat for two, because she got shot up in. You see, she got nutted in. You see, you know, you growing his baby. It's really our baby. If you really want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to go into the facts and go into the science and stuff, if the man didn't bust in you, you would have never had a baby in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So the true ownership actually goes to the man. More ownership than a woman would. You see? And I can prove that. So you won't think that motherfucker is talking out of his ass. You see? And it says, verse 9, 1 Corinthians 11:9, it says, "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." So women was created for men. Women was created for men. Because remember, the Lord made all these different animals. You know what I'm saying? In Genesis, the second chapter, he made all the animals, but said that he still could not find a helpmeet. Then the woman came into play. And if you really want to think about it and stuff, Eden goes into the world. You know what I'm saying? It means paradise. It goes into the Hebrew word Idon. And the thing is that everything was made for the man. You see, women benefit from uh, 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 women benefit for what the man gains. You see, you know. So there you go. 1 Corinthians 11:9. It says, "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." You see, right? So you all have to be in subjection unto us. You can't be disrespecting us. You can't be doing us dirty and whatnot and stuff, because that could cut you off if you do too much of it. You see, because yes, the Lord is long suffering, you know what I'm saying? But even for you women, you could be the weaker vessel and stuff, but he could sit up here and be like, you know what? I ain't dealing with this shit no more. That's for everybody. That's why it says work out, Philippians 2:12, work out your own personal pronoun, own meaning you, work out your own salvation. Somebody want to fuck up theirs, that's on them. You see? So this is First Peter's 3:6. It says, "Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord." And we went into that word Lord. It's the word Krios. No. It's like it's the word Krios. Kyrios, and it says supremacy, supreme in authority, that is controller, Mister, as a respective title, God, Lord, Master, Sir. That's what we are to you women. You see, right? So it says, "Whose daughters ye are, as long as you do well and are not afraid with any amazement." You see, right? And it says, verse 7, it says, "Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge." You know what I'm saying? Giving honor to the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered and whatnot. So deal with her accordingly and stuff, because with her being a weaker vessel and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just know that uh 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 she's going to tend to do more wickedness and think within that wickedness that she's doing right, you know what I'm saying, even though it's wrong and you can see that it's wrong. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying, control your vessel. Keep it in check. Like women say, this is how you keep your man in check. That's going off. Men supposed to keep their women in check. You see, right? So I just want to prove in First Peter's 3:6 and stuff that you have that in Genesis, right? So it's Genesis 18:12. It says, this is Genesis 18:10. It says, "And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life, and lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son." And it's talking about Isaac. Now, uh, 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 Abraham, he was 99 years old. You know what I'm saying, right? And Sarah was 90. So the Abraham thinking it's like, I'm 99, my soul just don't march no more. You know what I'm saying? And we already know that when it come down to older women, once they come to the time of menopause and stuff, there ain't no eggs flowing through no more because they're not catching their periods and whatnot and stuff. Ain't no more formers of eggs. But even till this day, there's old people having babies still. You see, so it's up to the Lord if He want to close your womb or not. You see, right? And it says, meaning a man could be busting up in you and stuff, and for some reason you just won't get pregnant. That's up to the Lord, you see, because He did it to Rachel and stuff until it was the time for her, you see. And it says, Lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son, and Sarah heard it in the tent door which was behind him. It says, now Abraham and Sarah were old and were and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women, right? Menopause. It says, therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also. So what she called Abraham, she called him Lord. It's the word Adon, right? And it says meaning to rule, sovereign, that is controller, just like in the New Testament. It says Lord, master, owner, and let me grab that. Let me grab that. Here we go. This Sirach or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, uh, 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 chapter 36 and 24, right here. And it says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself. That's what you was made for in the first place. It says, and a pillar of rest, which a lot of you all are not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you all fall underneath the category of Sirach, the 25th chapter, and a little bit of Sirach, the 26th chapter, and in diverse areas and stuff where it talks about bad things of the woman and whatnot and stuff, which should be an example for you to change from. Don't be sitting up there, oh, you talk about the woman and I don't like this and I don't like what he's saying and woo to woo. No, what you do is that you check that out, you check to see if that's what you doing, and you change from the shit. Easy as pie. That's what you do. It, it- and don't be in denial talking about some, oh, I don't do that when you know damn well you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because all you doing is putting a strong delusion upon yourself. You see? So I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim al Shahwa, Howard Kakadash, double honor to apostles and great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you hope to be Shalom, Wabba, Baba, Kwam, Yasharala. Oh, and as I actually, you know what? Let me grab this too before I close off. Let me grab this too. Because the woman, she'll be like, nah, I don't got to do that shit. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Because we saw all these different things, you know what I'm saying? And these are commandments and things that can help you receive salvation, right? This is First Samuel's 15. So like First Samuel's 15, and I'm gonna start at 22. And it says, and Samuel said, how the Lord Yahweh has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Because in those burnt offerings and sacrifices, we would do those and stuff just in case we went off when it came down to the Lord so we can make peace with him again. You see? But now that is done, our sacrifices are spiritual, you know what I'm saying, by the ways of keeping the laws, statutes, commandments, and stuff, as it says in Sirach, the 35th chapter, that is a propitiation and stuff to appease the wrath of the Lord. You know what I'm saying, right? Right. That's why it's like, yeah, we do get saved by faith and not by the law and stuff. We understand that. But the thing is that you can't be no wicked individual having faith in the wickedness and stuff and thinking the Lord gonna save you because you had that much faith that he was gonna allow you to do wickedness. He ain't going for that shit. You see? You gotta do right according to him. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know? If he said, if he created us in his image and whatnot and stuff, he not looking for no wicked ass individual, no matter how much faith you had in him. You know what I'm saying? He looking for an individual who did according to what he said and stuff. Because remember, he said if you do the law, statutes, commandments and stuff to the best of your ability and stuff, this is what makes you prosperous, successful. And it's also in Joshua, the first chapter, the ninth verse. You're successful when you do righteousness. So what's a righteous thing for a woman? A righteous thing for a woman is to obey her husband, to be obedient to her boyfriend, the nigga she fucking and sucking on and dealing with. This is who she needs to be obedient to. And guess what? It's just a good thing in the eyes of the Lord. It's just pleasing unto him. You see? It says, it says, as in obeying the voice of the Lord, behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. And he's looking for somebody that's obedient. Men right now and stuff, what are they looking for? They're looking for women who's willing to be obedient. That's why you get all this fuss and stuff when it come down to these women and stuff, and they tripping that niggas want to deal with younger women and whatnot and stuff, because younger women listen. You see, and when you guide them the correct way and whatnot and stuff, and they start seeing it's like, this way works, or we do get blessings and stuff, or I'm content with this and content with that and stuff, and they see the blessing and whatnot and stuff, right? They a man can I mean, not fold. You know what I'm saying? Any woman can get folded up like a chicken wing. You know what I'm saying? It's called missionary. But the thing is, uh, 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 the thing is that you can mold a woman when she's younger. You can mold her better, and that's why a virgin would be best and stuff. Because a virgin, you will humble her and stuff, and she will take after your spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just sex. It's more than that. It's responsibility and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it's beneficial. You become one unit. Most women and stuff, you have sex with them. You know what I'm saying? And here it is supposed to be a partner agreement and stuff, and somebody trying to go against you. You see, right? So this is it says, behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So being disobedient to your husband is rebellion, and that's a sin. And what it says in Exodus 22 and 18, it says that I suffer not so like it says, I suffer not a witch to live. So the Lord is saying that disobedience is the same as witchcraft, as if you over here making 5-point stars with blood and putting goats and rams heads and stuff and doing all types of symbols and cutting yourself and drinking blood and woo to woo and doing all that witchery, which white and black magic stuff actually exists. You got one in Rogers. Shit, it's like it. I was just gonna say it. But you got there's a lot of stores out here and stuff that sell that witchcraft that shit, or that they sell things that could be used in righteousness, but they use it for left hand magic or left handness and stuff, which is wickedness and stuff. You see, or the ways of the devil, right? And it says for verse 23, 1 Samuel 15 and 23, it says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. It says because, right? So there you go. There you go. And the Lord said that he a jealous power and whatnot. If you an Israelite and you follow instructions of another God and stuff, he on your ass. You see? You know, you know, uh, 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 what is it? What is it? What is it? Um, it's idolatry and it says iniquity. Let's get that word stubbornness and I'll close out. It's a word, patazar, and it says to peck at, that is stun or dog, urge. Stubbornness and stuff is being, just uh, uh, you know, where you just don't want to change. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know what I'm saying? Hard headed. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, but Shawa Hara Hakadash. Double honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you ought to be. Shalom, wa Baba Kwam Yasharala.